So this is actually the river that runs near to the stables. I'm just taking the tiny one out for a little walk. And the river is almost, it's burst its banks and it is almost now onto the path. And that's quite a drop normally when the water's at a normal level. And I don't know if you can see through there, it's actually gone into the field across the river. So soon this path will be partially underwater, and you can see it as well in this field here. It's starting to, and through the trees there, that one's already underwater. So yeah, our yard potentially will go underwater again. Luckily our barn is actually on a higher point to the rest of the yard, so if need be we can always move the ponies in there. It's quite a regular occurrence for us to flood, but we're really hoping that it won't, because it's a lot of hard work and it's not much fun for either us or the ponies. But then again, thinking about it, I think I'd rather that it flood now while it's still relatively warm, rather than one year we flooded like right around Christmas time, and obviously what with everything going on at Christmas and the weather was obviously a lot colder as well, it was just hell, absolute hell. And obviously the clean-up operation as well, we have to lift up all of the rubber matting in the stables, clean all of the dirty stuff that comes out of the river, all the sludge, all the grime. It absolutely stinks and it's a lot of hard work. So yeah, and also I don't really like the ponies having to be in such close proximity to each other as they have to be in the barn. So yeah, this could be interesting, but we are hoping that the river's still flowing at the moment. So hopefully if it continues flowing and we don't get too much more heavy rain, then we might get away with it. I mean, part of our field is already flooded, but hopefully, fingers crossed for us guys, please keep your fingers crossed. Send us lots of love and prayers and best wishes, or send us whatever the hell you've got, because we really need it right now. We really do not want another flooded winter. So yeah, I will keep you guys updated and hopefully we can get through it. The downside of keeping horses on such a beautiful area with lots of lovely off-road bridleways and everything is the fact that it is essentially a floodplain, and it's the only land that we could afford. Well, my mum could afford at the time. It is ours, and we love having all these lovely routes to exercise the ponies on, but obviously the winters can be tough. And whereas before, in previous years, only the field would go underwater, so it wasn't really that much of a big deal, now our yard tends to go underwater as well. So yeah, kind of a little bit worried at the moment, but we've dealt with it before, and no doubt we'll be able to deal with it again. And if the barn happens to go underwater, which it never has done in the 30 or 40 years that my mum's actually kept horses on this land, hopefully we'll be able to ask somebody locally that my mum knows if we can stick the horses there on their land, obviously in the dry, if the worst comes to the worst. But we've not had, I think my mum said she only had to move her horses out once in all of the time that she's been here, in which case, fingers crossed, we won't have to do it again. So yeah, this field, I think I saw the guy who owns the horses that usually keeps them in this field. I'm pretty sure I saw his truck earlier. I can't see any sign of the horses out here, so I'm guessing he got them out. Otherwise, obviously, who would want their horse to be stood around in that? And it does get pretty deep at times as well. I've had to put fisherman's waders on in the past just to be able to get through the water in order to get to the horses. So it does get like almost waist deep in places, so it is a bit of a nightmare. So we're just kind of making preparations just in case the flooding does get worse, and also taking the opportunity to take the ponies out for some exercise, because in all honesty, if it does flood, they won't be getting a lot of exercise, and the only exercise that they will be getting, they're going to have to wade through water in order to do it. So yeah, wish us luck, folks, and hopefully nobody else is in the same position or in a worse position. Thanks for watching. I'll keep you updated.